Well, hello again, and my name is Christine, and today I am going to be playing around a little bit more with Memex. Now, Memex is supposed to be kind of like, if you've heard about Man as the agentic AI and Cursor, so it combines the two of them. And I played around with it a little bit, and now I want to just try a little bit more. So what I'm going to do today, and hopefully it works, is I'm going to ask it a few questions. I've been interested in learning a little bit more about the Hydrogen Collider in CERN. I'm going to ask it some questions, and then I'm going to see if it can take everything that I would really like to know and say build a quick website to just help me learn some more. So here we have our Memex. So this version is one of the early versions. It came out of beta, I think, late last year. And so it's got these two kind of configurations. You can actually be in chat mode or you can be in build mode. I'm going to ask it some questions and then I'm probably going to ask it to build something. So let's see. I'd like to learn more about the Hydrogen Collider at CERN. CERN in Geneva. It's in Geneva. All right, so let's see what it can do with this chat interface. It's going to go out and thinking. I think under the hood it might be using Claude Sonnet. I'm not entirely sure. But it's going ahead and it's searching for information, and let's see. Okay, interesting how it works. It's a lot of really useful information. So let me see. Would love to know more about current research. Oh, let me just talk about like research projects. All right, so it's looking for some research projects, and it's talking about some of the experiments that are going on. Okay, I like the fact that it's giving me some more. Research collaboration, all the scientists. Yeah. Let's see, what am I interested in learning a little bit more? Yeah, let's learn a little bit more about Atlas and CMS. Yeah, I'd like to learn more about Atlas and CMS. Right, so it's thinking and it's going ahead and giving me some more information. And as you can see, there is a lot of things that you can actually learn about CERN. Oh wow, it's obviously the more you kind of dive deep into it, the more things that you find out. And so I am going to actually, after this, just ask it to help me visualize this, and this is where it can come in. And because I've set it on build, I'm going to ask it, let's see, how about if you can just create an interactive app to explain all of this. And let's see. So now this is kind of going to go into the mode where it's going to explain Atlas, CMS, and some of the research projects. And according to the way they've explained it, it's actually going to be running locally and hopefully writing some code on my local machine. And then that code on my machine is then going to hopefully start running. So it's now in the coding phase of it. Before it was in the chat phase where it was actually giving me some more information. And so it says it's creating a Streamlit app and downloading some images for our app. Ooh, where are these images going? Oh, it says down here that it's working in a workspace. It's created a project called Hydrogen Collider Research, and it's going ahead and doing this. Interesting. I'm curious, what is the environment that it's doing? So here it's told me that it's done a whole bunch of things. It's collected, it's made some directory in the workspace. It's using Python, pip install, pandas, plotlib. Ooh, looks exciting. And it's creating a Streamlit app. It's making a directory. It's going in there. And then over it's done downloading some images, I guess from CERN. Pretty sweet. And then it's creating the So here it's just telling you what it's doing, and then it's actually going ahead and creating the Streamlit app. One thing that I must say for sure is that I've actually pretty much using the free version of Memex, and you can pay for more so that you can get extra credit, but it can actually do pretty much with just what you have. So continuing to do this, I'll pause for a little bit and catch back up with you when it's gone a little further. All right, so we're back, and looks like it's chugging away. It's creating our Streamlit app, coding and thinking, and now it's trying to run the Streamlit app. All right, so let's see. So it looks like it's actually tried to run the app now. So it's opened the browser, and looks like the files have also been, I checked actually on my terminal, and it looks like the file have been created locally. So everything you need to run it. Let's see, how did it actually run it? I'm curious. So here, it did some coding in here. It created some of the files that it needed based on the images. And then it's now running the Streamlit app. It just basically run these 3 commands. It went into the directory, set it up, and I don't know what all this matplotlib, but it's pretty sweet. The fact that it can actually set this up and it's running in here, and look at that, really nice. It actually gave me the navigation, the introductory way, images that it came, why study particles physics, and I can go in here and go in and just look at the Large Hadron Collider. It's telling me about the ATLAS experiments, the key facts that it gave from the, I mean, this is really nice. I can even ask it for more information, technical specs. And you can see how easy it was just to come from like a question and then just build it into the app. I'm really impressed with this. And if ever I want to kind of go back, I can actually go back and ask some more questions, have it change a few things. I can even probably just like deploy this if I wanted to. Where would I want to deploy it? I can print it. So here if I wanted to deploy it, it would give me some options. I can actually deploy it in the community cloud. I can send it in other platforms. One of the things that I've done actually is I was able to actually get it to do things like create a README, and if I wanted to kind of make it open source. And I also actually got Memex to, in the past, to say I want to deploy it on Fly. So maybe I can try that. Just give me a second to set this up. All right, I'm going to try and deploy this on Fly.io. I have an account there where I deploy some of the little prototypes that I had in other apps. So on Memex, just go ahead and stop this so it'll stop running. And as you can see, the browser also knows that it stopped running. And then I can go ahead and just make other checks. So back here, I've stopped it. And I'm going to say, I'd like to deploy this on Fly.io. Could you set that up for me? All right. All right, so it's thinking about that, and it's hopefully going to put in the necessary files that I need. So create the necessary files. Thinking. Ooh, let's check if the Fly CLI, it's installed. Let's make sure you have a requirements file with the record packages. All right. It's setting up the Docker container, which is some of the things that is useful when you're deploying it. And it's going ahead and thinking and coding. It's creating a README file. I like that. So that'll have like instructions that I can use potentially to set it up. That helps with the project. I'm gonna look it up and see what it looks like. Let's see what the README file looks like at this point. So here I've got the files in here, and let's see, what does it have? It created a README. If I read, it's got this really detailed information for if I wanted to install it and run it, and even what I would need to deploy it. Okay. So back here, it's testing the build, the great build. Oh, okay. It's test running it locally. doing a lot of good work here. So I'm just basically watching it. This is like a real agentic stuff. Thinking, all right, so can we access the app? Checking that as well. Yeah, the app is running and it's accessible, and it's now going to be proceeding. So am I logged into Fly.io? I am logged into Fly.io. All right, so now they're going to deploy the app, basically doing everything for me. I'm really liking this. So with Fly.io, there's like a configuration file that you can set up, and it's been going ahead and it's actually going to be deploying it for you. So it's going to that directory, it's creating the app, and it knows exactly kind of how I've set up on Fly.io. Now it's going to go ahead and deploy it. Pretty cool. Yeah, you can even watch and see what it's doing right now. It's basically running the deploy script on Fly.io, I'm assuming. Now it's deploying the app. Magic is happening. We're excited. So back as we're kind of looking at it, it's going ahead and it's running the app, and I can always kind of like go in here and see how it's doing on Fly.io. It's like setting up the machines that are needed. I wish I'd leave this window open so I can look at it. Ooh, so now it says I have a file. Oh my gosh. I've got this all set up, and it's even summarizing what it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the link. And even here, I can just do an ls and see what it's done. It even gave me a license. All right. This is able to create this, a README. It's just summarizing all it's done, a deployment summary, and then the app is accessible here. So I'm going to go ahead and check out the app. So what you're seeing here is that one, but now let's click on this and see what we get. And there you have it. The very same app that was running locally has now been deployed on Fly.io. Very easy to do. So basically all I did was I gave it like an example prompt. I was just curious about the sun and then the Hydrogen Collider. I asked a few questions and then I said, just give me an app. So you can see from here how it was actually pretty easy to start from questions, curiosity, and build the app. It was very agentic, and Memex is actually pretty good to use. I'll definitely be using it in the future, especially just to spin up all these really quick and quick apps. So that's what you get. This is kind of like me checking out and seeing what I can do with Memex and its agentic workflow to actually basically build apps. I hope you appreciated and liked this, and I'll be dropping in some more videos in the future for all the things that I've learned. Thank you.